Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. We're here. Our conversations continue. I had to end it earlier on. Yeah, this is Ghost Week for all the ghost workers, for all those who have been ghosting. Um, I was watching, normally I do a bit of preamble before I go into the topic. Um, I just do that while the audience builds. I was watching a Ghostbusters, Ashiri. I was watching a former Big Brother housemate, if that's what they're called. Ada Blessing, I see you. I was watching a Big Brother housemate. Send me your request if you have a ghost story. I was watching a Big Brother housemate who said she doesn't know anything about designers, and she doesn't know which one is Hermes and which one is Van Cleef. She doesn't know Rolex from Cartier, so or designers and all. And I tell you this, it's not a problem, and it's also a problem. It's not a problem because she was being very innocent about it, but there's also a problem because you go and buy fake because you don't know what the brand is, and you enter somewhere like Paris, you can go to jail. So always have that at the back of your mind. You can go to jail the day they decide to bust you. And Nigerian celebs know, they know, they will just buy the Van Cleef for market just because it looks good. So y'all need to be very careful with that. Some countries will let you go if, like America, but I hear Canada, Switzerland doesn't joke with anything like watch. If you are not sure of your watch, not wear and go Switzerland though. If you are not sure of your watch, don't wear it to Switzerland. In the meantime, somebody said they have a ghost story. Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm available for you. Ghost stories. Many people not agree come out. Everybody they fear. If na normal gist we get, everybody go full ground. There's one guy, he said he had ghost stories. American people, where una day, una go worry me the whole day. If you see my DM as my DM full. Sharon. Okay. I've sent you guys requests too. Someone said because I kept taking people out. How did I take people out?
Yes, sir.
Hey, brother. Um,
Yes,
you
sir.
can't they fear me now. You said can't be like ghost.
Uh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Go on. I don't ready to hear you.
All right. This is a true life story that happened about. I can still remember the years, some years ago, around Yanoba, actually.
Yanoba.
Yeah. Yes, new site, Yanoba new site. And, I've been watching movies about ghosts, stuff like that, but I've never in one day believed that it exists. I had a dog then in that street. So I bought this dog. This dog was supposed to be in the compound. And whenever I would go to bed to sleep, this dog is always crying to come inside. Imagine buying a dog to guide you, and yet the dog is looking for who to guide you.
Hey.
It was not an easy thing. So we notice my family can be seeing this, they will all tell you it is true. We noticed one certain time that if we are sleeping, we used to hear somebody bathing in the bedroom.
In the
Like
bedroom.
what? Yeah, bedroom, like in the bedroom.
Oh,
Somebody's
okay. How was the
bedroom.
house? Was the house en suite, like the bathroom was inside the?
I'm talking about our flat. Our flat. It was a 3-bedroom flat.
How many
It was.
bathrooms did you have?
We had about 3. The master room, the girls' room, and the guys' room too. 3, 3. So there was this day, somebody was bathing in the bedroom. I told my mom. My mom said no, 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 and my dad said it was an imagination. Then the following day, we had the same noise again. Then my mom said, "Don't put water in the bucket. Take out all the buckets and let's know what is going on." Could you believe that they came with their own water to bathe? No, no, no. This is a real life story, sir. They came with their own water to bathe. And you get so worried that whenever we were sleeping at night, we used to hear footsteps at the corridor, which is there's an entrance of the flat. We hear footsteps. It was getting too much. Then one night, my mom said, we need to pray. So my dog was in the parlor praying with us. All of a sudden, my dog jumped on the chair on my own body to protect the dog. You know, dogs see spirits, but we don't see spirits. Dogs see. Mm-hmm. That was when I got to know that dogs see things. We might be praying, the door will just close. Door will close, and there's no breeze in the parlor. Door will just close like that. As in, it comes so worried that there was a day. This one is really surprising, sir. There's a pastor that is living in the compound. A pastor is living in the compound. This pastor traveled always. There was a day the pastor traveled. The wife was the only one at home. So somebody was knocking the door of the wife, the wife door, the pastor's door. The wife opened the door. Quickly she peeped. She received a slap on her face. Yeah. Then we had this neighbor there because we were new in the compound. We actually new in the compound. We had this neighbor then in the compound. When I went upstairs to ask my neighbor that there's something strange about this house. I went with my other sister. My neighbor said, are you people who started experiencing it? We said, what is that? Say, they did not tell you. The landlord did not tell you. The lawyer did not tell you. Say, what is that, man? The woman said, I have 5 children, and this is a 3-bedroom apartment. We all stay in one room. How can you have 5 children and you're staying in one room? That was when we got to know that something is wrong. The woman said if they are done eating their food in the kitchen, before they wake up the following morning, they have washed their plates. The plates that they use in eating, before they wake up the morning, they have washed their plates.
That one a good ghost now.
Yes, sir. This is a real life story.
They talk say the ghost where they help you wash plates. Now better ghost be that one now.
Sir,
but why be saying a pastor wife they tear slap?
Yes, that was not the only one. There was a day that they even came to beat her. They beat her in the parlor. They beat her in the parlor. The pastor used to travel. She was the only one. From there, the pastor's wife have to run away from the compound.
Hey, Jesus no fit save him.
So there was this night that this woman said her last child was crying heavily. The next thing the woman said, she peeped from the window. She stayed upstairs. We stayed downstairs. Immediately she peeped. She saw a man running around the compound with cutlass around 2 o'clock, just going around around 2 o'clock. And then we were even sleeping. We would just hear somebody who use stick and drag our gate. Grrr, grrr, as in, it wasn't easy, sir. My mom had to give testimony in the church about this. I don't know, because, so, sir, this one will shock you. There was a time I wanted to go to the back to pack my clothes. This pastor had this Benz, the whole Benz then, parked in the compound. When I was going, I saw 2 men discussing in the car, and the pastor is not around, the wife is not around. So who are these 2 people discussing in the car around after 8? I went with my dog. When I was coming back, could you believe that my dog even left me around? Because when
Baba, this your dog. Now be the cruise for this story.
So I later sold the dog, sir, because the dog could not even save me. I sold the dog. So we had to move away from the compound. Before we moved, we later found out that this compound was not an easy one. So we heard story. There was a time that even Akin and Popo came to that area and they said they wanted to use the compound for a movie. I wished my elder brother accepted that they should use it. My brother was like seeing it as a negotiable business that why will an actor use our compound without paying money? They wanted to use our parlor. Assuming they used the house that day, this would have been a reality ghost story for Akin and Papa as well too. So due to the fact that my brother was trying to negotiate with them, they left. So we left the compound. We later moved away from the compound. And the woman that moved in the compound, we called the lawyer and said, we paid for 2 years, but we are only using 6 months. We are tired. The lawyer said, no, we don't do refund here. We had to start looking for somebody to pay for the house before we can leave. So we looked around until we saw a woman that said she was ready to move in. She saw the house. It was a very fine house. The woman moved in the house. The husband worked on the sea. Could you believe, sir, that this woman paid for same 2 years? She gave us our payment. The lawyer refunded us. This woman now, she doesn't live there anymore. She doesn't live in the house anymore. She left both the house and the money for them. The owner of the house doesn't stay in Nigeria. The owner of the house stays in London. Then we heard a rumor because it was hard to believe, but no choice because it looked so strange. We heard that a little girl was passing on the street and she was killed and she was buried at the back of the house. Yes, and she was buried at the back. Yes. So that girl's spirit has been the one disturbing ever since. And right now, I don't even think if the house here exists. I can remember this. I still know the name of the street. I still know the house. I know everything about the house. Yanoba New Site. That is the name of the bus stop, Iba bus stop. So there's ghost. There's ghost story. A lot of ghost stories, sir. So this for Nigerians to believe that, yes.
But why they say that pastor owned that they always beat? Because maybe pastor too lie.
There was a time that the pastor wife, they can't dance. The pastor said, the woman said she was peeping from the room. She saw them dancing around a table. Like about 4 to 5 girls tying wrapper and dancing around.
In her sitting room?
In their sitting room, yes. In their sitting room. This is a real story, sir. In their sitting room, dancing around. So a lot of things happen in that compound, sir. A lot. And nobody's in the compound right now. I can't believe the compound was cheap then. We actually rushed the price because it was cheap. We paid 2 years, 300,000, 150 for a year. So we decided we look at 3-bedroom flats with ties, big room, master bedroom, 150. We decided to pay 300 for 2 years. We used only 6 months, sir. 6 months. Now I just remember once that there was a night that my mom said, no, all these women, she did go church. Where my mom said she was going to church. Then we left my dad at home. My dad was the only one at home. My dad decided to stay at home with my little nephew. While my nephew was sleeping on the bed, my dad woke up in the night and said, this boy is going to pee on the bed. My dad decided to remove my nephew from the bed and put my nephew on the floor. It was around after 2. My dad woke up and saw another baby on the bed beside him. I'm coming, sir. A lot of people know this story, actually. A lot of people that come online know this story. Now, this is it, sir. My dad was like, I put this baby on the floor. How come this baby is... The boy was 2 years then. How come this baby is on the bed back? Then my dad picked his torch, pointed the torch on the floor, and the baby was still on the floor. Another baby on the bed. And now the point is, I've been telling him that I've been experiencing strange things in the house. My dad is saying, nah lie, they happen because na Bini man, my dad na Isha man. They please say all this thing. Nah lie, nothing they fear. But the day it happened to him, sir, he believed that truly something is bigger. My dad is still alive. He can even say to this. So my dad picked his slippers with the boldness he had in him. That one, they believe on waiting concern with church like that. And I carry slippers. You see me, he eats. As he want to eat the picking disappears. So the baby left a cloth, a shining cloth, very shining cloth. So my dad picked the cloth, and he wanted to go and burn the cloth. While he picked the cloth disappeared as well. So my dad sat down in the parlor from 2 o'clock till 5 o'clock till we came back from church. And he said, I never see this kind of thing for my life before. He was breathing like a man that gave birth to 7 children, breathing every like he was the last born. He was breathing like I never see this kind of thing. But my mom said, what is it? He started narrating everything to us. So, sir, that was the day we started looking for who to rent the house. Now, to rent the house, we can't explain the story we passed through because our money will be given to us. So somebody else came in to live in the house, and it's a woman. Like I said, she's not there anymore. The house is just there.
When did you pack out of this house?
I moved out. This story happened in 2010-09. Yes. But the house is still there currently, I'm so sure. 2009-2010, that was when we moved out from the house. And nothing happened to any of us, but some people were really flogged in that compound, but it was the pastor's wife that received flogging the more. The pastor's
You know, say
wife.
pastors too lie and they too do. Because for their mind, they go, they talk to the ghost. And we cast you and I we bind ghost. Say you cast one and bind who. No worry. Maybe you go travel, leave your wife.
Come out to, you know, if they say they don't slap the pastor before. According to my neighbor that's still upstairs, said the pastor have received slap before. That somebody was knocking at the door like 3 times. The last time that he now went to open the door, he received slapped on his face. He closed the door back. This is good, no pastor. Good, no pastor. Sir, the compound was real about goats. So when I saw you talking about ghost story, I said, no, it's better for me to stay this house.
You know, for this your story, the one we fear me most, now that your dog.
No. So that's one thing about local dog. It was actually a mixed dog, a mixed breed, which is a Greyhound, and the local dog is a mixed breed, Greyhound. There's a dog breed called Greyhound. So this dog is very intelligent. There was a day that I can remember this one. This dog, we decided that, okay, fine. Since this dog had refused staying in the compound, let's leave the dog in the parlor. Now we have 3 rooms. Me and my nephew, we don't even share my room again. I have to move. My nephew and I were not sleeping in the girls' room, which is the master bedroom. 3 ladies and 2 boys were not sharing the same room with them. My dog used to knock door at 3 o'clock, scratching, use the nails to scratch the door, like open the door for me, open the door. By the time we opened these doors, for you to know that something really happened, once we opened the door, once the dog rushed in, the dog would squeeze himself under any of the wrappers around, and the dog would start freezing, like serious shake. He go to shake serious. That was when we knew that yes, truly this dog saw something. So dogs have the fear. Dog the fear. So it was true, sir. This is a real life story, sir. Real life story, sir. Real life story. So my sisters and everyone, they all noticed it, because I actually told my sister one certain time that somebody used to walk through this passage every 2 o'clock. We would just be hearing bing, bing. My sister was like, it's a lie. She spoke Yoruba one time, say, Iran, he said, "Mo, believe." Sir, the day she heard it, that was the day she was able to help me tell my mom that, this thing is true. We're only just 4 months. They did welcome for us for like 3 months. They did welcome for us. They did not disturb us for 3 months until we went upstairs. We heard the real story about the compound. But thank God that nothing happened to any of us. But the woman that was staying upstairs said our children used to sick every week. Every week. Our children fall sick every week.
So maybe because your papa no believe and your papa no send them and your papa no look for their trouble.
But the point is that they didn't even harm him. But he wanted to eat the little baby. But because they want to show and say power day, the baby disappeared. So when he looked at the floor, he still saw it was his grandson. Is his grandson, which is my nephew. He saw the boy on the floor again, and when he looked at the bed, the other one already disappeared. He became confused. He left the room, ran to the parlor to sit and wait for us. He could not sleep. Fear entered his mind. He could not sleep. That night, Shama, we know the fear. He feared that night.
I hear say truck drivers, shows, say that they see things so.
Yeah, they see a lot, sir. A lot, sir. Those are the people that we need to respect a lot, because they are
security agents, people they work for night.
Yes, even some security cameras too, they see spirits. Security cameras,
are you serious?
They see spirits. Yes, there are security cameras that see spirits. There are spirits everywhere. I can still remember one that I had around my 2 area. This woman sell akara. She used to sell akara. My cousin actually told me that. The woman used to sell akara. She has been selling akara there for 2 good years. And a lot of people have been buying akara there in my 2. Until this very day that somebody that knew the woman passed and saw the woman. Immediately the person called the woman's name. People were buying akara at that moment. The woman disappeared straight. Everybody tear. People wait up back. I will never pay. Everybody disappear straight. So it is. There was the one that actually spread around there. The woman that was selling food on for people, amala and the rest. Meanwhile, some of our workers are spirits. So this thing about ghosts and all is true. Some ghosts will die, they will relocate. Some ghosts stubborn, they go relocate to another state.
Go continue today.
Die now. Still continue to go there. People were supposed to the pity part now. These young guys where they go carry women for nights. Some of these women where they carry now, persuade all die for Akwa Ibom.
We don't buy.
Yes, cause he called the hustle say no. You know if he just die for
you know if you buy, say buy, no put me for trouble.
Buy, sorry. Oh, buy.
All right, we have another brother here. Mo, hear your own story.
All right, sir.
No need to go. Just wait, brother. How far?
I'm good. How are you, Daddy Freeze?
I'm fine. Oh.
Just a quick one. My own is very short. Actually, if you want to hear a story about these things very well,
these things are very, very real.
Good evening. Hold on. This guy they talk. Continue.
People that work in the morgue or mortuary, ask them. They've seen a lot. But the one I saw, I didn't really see the ghost. Then my uncle was very, very sick, extremely sick. So we went to the hospital, my uncle, a medical doctor, everybody was there. Then he was lively, talking very, very, he loved football. He was Manchester United fan. So he was talking about football and, So our thought that day was that maybe by tomorrow he will be discharged and he will be back home, blah, blah, blah. We went home. On getting home, of course, NEPA as usual, because we live in Ado-Ekiti then. There was no lights. As we opened the door, we saw a flash, like a camera. And my mom looked at me, said, my brother is gone. I said, what do you mean? I said, I saw a light. Like when someone snapped a picture, that flash, exactly. My mom said, no, my brother is gone. I said, Mommy, why are you talking like this? He was fine before we left the hospital. He was chatting, talking. My mom said, no, he's gone. Only 2 minutes, they called my mom and said, sorry, but I can't go. And I told you. So it's real.
Your mama get understanding.
Yes. It's real. If she was the only one, I would have doubted her that day. I was the one that drove the car. Immediately we opened the door, we saw that flash, like a camera, that white one. Yeah. I said, no, my brother is gone. That's what she said. If not that she will be sleeping right now in Nigeria, I would have said, okay, let me call her on WhatsApp.
Some more things they happen for Nigeria. And I hear say they abroad. Did you hear the woman's story?
Yes.
The woman that shared her story earlier on today. More things they Yoruba people go say Nigeria. My brother we wear singlet. How far?
Hey?
Yes, you. Oh yeah, won't hear your own story.
Oh yeah. Mine. The time I was in Uganda. So we were seated. You know, in Africa we get to sit at the stations. You're free to sit anywhere. Yeah. So we were seated, and me and my friends we just from the football pitch. Then with the night we sit and gather and discuss politics, love stories, stuff. So as we were seated next to the bar, there comes a lady, well shaped. As I end the word, well shaped. We looked. I thought I saw what happened alone, but my next friend also saw. And as she walked from the side of the gate of the club, she went towards the tree. She disappeared. And I was like, no, did you see that?
She came out of a club and entered a tree.
Yeah. I entered the tree next to the club. And I was like, did you see that? And they were like, no. And one of my friends said, I saw. I thought you all didn't see, but I saw first. And I'm like, what? So I couldn't believe myself. But when a friend of mine said the same thing and the way she was dressed, I'm like, yeah, that's it. I couldn't believe it. And they're happening everywhere.
Daddy Freeze,
in Yoruba land, they call that Oronugi. Or
get
say
one
that's
with
tree spirit where they live inside tree. So they go just take human form.
What did this guy talk now that if he's now wait till I just remember now he get one my brother-in-law like that who I know. Yeah. My brother-in-law he say in drive goes that shop right Ikeja side. There's a around I think maybe close to Felashia side or so, because I don't know the street well. He said he decided to just park his car to relax. He parked under a tree. While he relaxed his back, he said he just noticed that something came and started pressing him. It wasn't far left like that. The thing only press him under the tree. The thing press him before it was dragging with the thing. Before I know it, it pushed the thing away. The thing just from the inside, in glass not break, just disappear inside the thing. Immediately drove away from there. Parked somewhere. He was now narrating to the people around that this is what happened. I nearly died now. They now told him that this tree, they don't stay under this tree like that. That he was lucky that they are husband and wife under that tree. Those like all the Yoruba people call it Egbere or something like that. That they live inside that tree. So things like this exist. When he was telling me the story, I was like, where for Ikeja? Because I want to know, make I not go drive or park close to anywhere like that. Because things really happen, sir. Yes, things happen, sir.
We also have a forest in Uganda. The forest, a lot of people were killed in that forest.
A lot of people were quiet because of this issue that we get. Continue, brother.
Okay. Yeah, you had it already. A lot of people happened there, and it happened. So they souls into the forest during the regime of Amin, the former president, long time ago. So if you get to go into that forest, my God.
What happened in the forest?
You said I say which one?
What happened in the forest?
No, if you go into that forest,
yes,
like you either get lost or you can, if you see what happens in there, you lose the memory. You cannot say it out. But those who have a strong mind, they can come out and they'll be like, we've seen this. Did you see that lady? Did you see that kid crying? Stuff like that in the forest. So they use the forest to camp in. The forest they camp in, very dangerous. So as you're camping, you're facing the same situation. In your tent, you're sleeping where somebody died from.
My question is, Nigeria, do Nigerians camp? Will they camp for Nigeria?
Camp?
As in,
I don't know. Maybe you can ask him.
What was life like under Idi Amin? Did you grow up under Idi Amin?
No, but the old people who are around, they say the story. Yeah, they say the story. So when we go there to tour, you camp in that forest. There are lots of hotels inside the forest, but they are made of bamboo. But if you find them full, you come from out with the tents. So that's where you face it. Remember, everybody is scattered. So you face it alone in the night, and you tell a story in the morning. Yeah, it happens in the eastern part of Uganda.
Yeah, wow. This one actually happened like 3 years ago. This one happened 3 years ago. My place now, I believe. By the same as they used to work by.
Yeah.
So what happened? It was this. This man, after he buy, so people like they take go back my 8 family. So he gets one other in-law again for my wife family with first in-law. This happened like this. While this man was sleeping in his house, he woke up in the middle of the night. As he woke up, I was paying up for like years in my for over In war, they write 5 number for war, 5 for war, for midnight. Just one go piece. He come back, because the man that he took 5 number. Meanwhile, we there for war.
You don't know whether I bet Niger number.
It was even a Baba Jebu number, sir. Yes, I'm saying that for you to know that truly goes. That's why you can't write the number. Based on say he know they play Baba Jebu. He can't reach my 12 under bridge. He can't carry the number, carry and give in friend. That one can say, say this number. That one can't go play the number. Can't play and very useless. That was if I put in one single them 30 naira. Could you believe that the 5 numbers drop? The 5 numbers, the 5 Baba Jebu numbers dropped. And the friend told him that this 5 numbers dropped. Sir, even in wife and my brother-in-law, they won't beat. So why you not even share number? Because imagine you playing, even with the 15 naira playing that 5 number will drop. You might be seeing over 30 million or more than that. Because how did you predict 5? So this actually happened. Yes, it happened around 3-4 years ago. 3-4 years ago. It happened, sir. For me, the person goes to my late father-in-law and I write the number for work given. And again, my
But he's stupid. Imagine he don't know what to do with him.
Yes, he doesn't play it. He doesn't. So he gave the number out, but he wrote it down because he's surprised. Not the phone number, now 22 number, and it was 5. So he gave it to his friend in my 12. It was that one that played the game. That one I won, I think 12,000 or so, because he played it that 30 naira, a single one, and the 5 dropped at once. So imagine that one playing the 5 at once. It would have been a very huge amount of money. Very huge amount of money. So ghost really exists, sir.
We have a brother. Brother, how far?
Hey, Baba, morning.
Go ahead.
Ghost exists too. Ghost exists. Mine happened to me at UAE, where I was working as a security personnel in a mall.
For Dubai? Ghost day Dubai?
Yes.
How you take get visa go Dubai?
In one of the Emirates cities. That's Sharjah. Oasis Mall. So that very day, I happened to go on a patrol that night. So I went to the back of the mall at the basement, and that basement, no one dare go there. So I was the one who was, not select to enter the basement. Going there, getting there. I didn't even know that such a thing exists over there. So my colleague that was in the control room kept quiet. And funny enough, I was on night duty for that week. So every night I kept going there. So it was when I was about leaving, my colleague had to call me through my walkie-talkie that I should please come into the control room, that it needs to show me something. So the moment I went into the control room from the main entrance after the patrol, he now said, Henry, do you know that there's ghosts in this mall? I was like, what do you mean by that there's ghosts in this mall? He said, yes, now, that ever since I have been patrolling, that he has been seeing figures walking behind me. I said, it's a lie. He said that I should come and take a look. So I had to go, and he opened the camera. He now rewinded it back to when I went outside the mall, went to the basement, opened it. Then after opening the basement, the door, something pushed as I walked in. Instead of me to close it back, I left it open. Then except a hand. I saw the hand pushing the door closed. So me now, I was walking, going down the basement, because there's 2 basements, basement 1 and basement 2. So where I was standing, he now showed me. I saw 3 shadows standing behind me. All throughout my patrol within that basement, they were busy going with me. After that very day, Baba, I no agree go back to that basement again. I had to even tell my supervisor that I needed a change of location. That was how I left that particular location.
But they don't worry you now.
They don't worry me. They don't worry me. But the moment I saw those three shadows behind me, goosebumps grew on my body inside that CCTV room, inside the control room. There and then I became afraid. So ghosts they exist. About ghosts they exist. Well. Ghosts they exist.
But you said Zebus.
They say Yusuf now ghost.
And if we to get many people, we go get ghost story to tell. Maybe I go make ghost not find me, sir.
Make ghost not pursue you this night.
I can't
If itself, me and my wife, we dey talk about something similar to this yesterday. So there is an in-law. There is an in-law of her, the dad's younger sister that got married to one particular man like that. So she said the man used to beat the wife. So at the end of the day, the wife ended up dying.
She ended up dying. The wife died.
The man died the woman. So he now went and got married to another woman. So she said every night, this new wife always run away from their bedroom. That the dead wife always come to attack her.
Hey!
Honestly.
Hey! People they see things so.
Our people they see ghosts they exist so.
Mrs. Linda, I know you can't share your own story.
And
If Father Blessing should come now, she'll give us a quiet bomb ghost. Everybody they watch, nobody won't come live. Everybody they fear. And they send everybody requests now.
about ghosts them do. Ghosts they. So I never experienced anyone for this Lagos, so but outside Nigeria, I don't see them. I don't see.
One more person. One more person. Ezekiel Ministry. They say pastor collect slap from ghost. You don't hear that story?
I hear the story, but I not hear that from the beginning. I not join the story from the beginning. I heard when you tell say even pastor self collect.
Now only the pastor they collect.
Now because of say their lies done too much now, even the ghost self they vex.
The ghost they vex. Say slap the pastor, slap the wife.
They vex.
Meanwhile, some other people house, the ghost they go, they help them wash plates. Ezekiel Ministry. If you know, say, more give Ezekiel. Ezekiel means she get anointing. If you know, yes. Say you get anointing, more you go sleep for that house 3 days on your camera, record them.
You go collect
woto.
Go collect over woto. Now go collect.
Anyway, guys, since nobody get mind to share story again, now can't enter my DM. They send me plenty story. Come live, come talk. Una no go agree. Good night, everybody. Lovely hanging out with you tonight. Thank you so much. Ezekiel Ministry say where? That my brother will come. I beg, help me contact this guy now, pastor. Now we go take fall in hand. Now he want put. He want go there, go pray. They go beat.
They go beat Shege come up for me body.
Shege Banza.
Allah. They go beat Shege come up for me body.
Pastor where pastor pass yourself, go there. He and his wife they collect water. All right, brother. God bless you.
And you too.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.